morning, flower friends. I am at the farm and I am cutting some peonies, but I also wanted to give you an update on that Baptisia field I planted a few years ago. It's down there. Let's go check it out. But first, peonies. Okay, as you can see, we have peonies and weeds, but guess what? The peonies don't care. Okay, so in here I have a lot of stuff to cut. This is like this invasive weed that keeps coming up. It's really easy to pull. I just haven't had time. So we're gonna set a day aside in probably a couple of weeks when I'm reducing my hours at the nursery in order to get all these weeds pulled. But I have so many gorgeous ones that are ready to harvest. I've been harvesting these for about a week now. Oh my goodness. I have to look up on my book who this is, but I'm totally cutting this one today. I have a CSA tomorrow, which means I have several bouquets to make up for my bouquet club members. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. It's giving off etched salmon vibes, but I don't think it's etched salmon because it's a little bit too pink. It's also, I see 4 or 5 plants in a row here, and I think I only have 3 etched salmons, so I'll have to look it up in the book. I also have red charm opening up. These are the ones that I've been harvesting, and I also have coral charm or coral sunset. I'm not sure which one it is. Actually, I think I have both. Look at the size of the red charms this year. They're just so massive. I'm very excited. These are, I think they're 5 years old now, so they're coming into their stride. These ones are Black Beauty, and while they're really pretty, as far as peonies go, they are more of not a single petal, but they're not as fluffy as like the red charm. So, oops, dropped my scissors. They're not as fluffy as red charm. So I don't know if I would add any more. I'm more of a fan of the ones that look like English roses. We have, I believe this is Coral Sunset. Or maybe this one is, I don't know. I don't love the way that looks. It looks like it might have had some bug damage on it. It's opening up with a little bit of brown spots on the side. I'm sure it would be okay. I am gonna harvest this one though, because this one looks good. Yeah, protective petals, got to work. Here's the hydrangea field in green status, guys. Remember last year I took the hedge trimmers and I just chopped them all back? They're growing back beautifully. Everything's looking good. Lots of green. These are filling out so nicely. These are 3 years old now, and I bought them as tiny 6-inch plants. I cut them back about 18 inches. I have 200 limelight hydrangeas, and here's a look at the field when it's in full bloom. And if you guys see right there, that purple in the distance, let's go over there. This is turning into a gorgeous field of lupines. Some of these are the ones Grandpa started from seed. Some of these are ones that I started, but I do notice that they're like self-seeding and spreading. So I am gonna let them take over this patch. They're amazing in bouquets. My customers always are requesting, what are those tall purple ones that you have? I would like some of those in my bouquet. Yes, ma'am. Show you a couple different ones. So these ones have like the white, and then just over here, look, this one has the dark purple all the way up. Wow. And then if you come this way, this one has this gorgeous lavender pink, and then this one in the back is even a little bit different. It's got a darker purple. I just love them so much. Wow. This is all I need for today because I have a lot of other stuff to use up. Okay, let's walk to the BAP. All right, we're at the field. Are you ready? I am not sure you're mentally prepared for the beauty of the BAP. Look at the field. So obviously we have, this is the, I think it's called American Finch yellow. These gorgeous, and they're ready. Like it's time to harvest. And then in the back here, I have this creamy, buttery yellow color. And then as you move forward in the patch, oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going through and we've got more of the creamies. And then over here we have that gorgeous pink lemonade. Oh yeah, the pink lemonade has pink with a little bit of a yellow center. And then I do have some grape ones. They're just starting. So every BAP, every color has a different bloom time. But yeah, the pinks and then the American Finch yellows and the buttery creams. It's so good. It has filled in so nicely that I am probably gonna have to like space it out a little bit. I don't know. I planted them about 18 inches apart. I think at one point we had either 75 or maybe 100. I don't remember, it's been so long, but everything looks so good. I'm so excited. It's time to cut some for CSA. These aren't my normal shears, but I left all of them at the shop. So I'm just gonna cut, not a ton, but just a few. Kind of go down, and I'm gonna cut off all the extra because I only want the top. There's a slug on there. All of my customers at the shop are complaining about how bad the slugs are this year. I think that's a combination of a couple things. We had a very wet spring, very wet. And we also had a very mild winter. So I think those two things has increased the slug population. So I'm in the middle of planting the annual field. I have all the cool flowers are planted, but now I'm putting in like the zinnias, the celosias, the amaranths, all the warm weather crops. Those are being planted when I get home from the shop, a little bit at a time, kind of like a little bit at a time when I can. So pretty. Okay, I'm just grabbing a handful. I only have about 8 bouquets to make, and there are 16 stems here, so everybody will get 2. I have so many great ingredients that this is all I'm gonna need for now. And then all of this stuff, they're still kind of closed up, so I can wait, and for my Saturday CSA, I'll get the rest. Just one more update before I leave you. These are some of the mock orange trees that I planted a few years ago. This is the first time that they have buds. So they're about, 5-6 feet tall, and they're loving life over here. A lot of you guys were concerned about where I planted them, that it was gonna be too shady. They do lean a little bit this way, but no, they're beautiful and they're growing well. I'm not gonna cut on them for another couple of years because there's no reason for me to do that. I'm gonna let them grow a little bit bigger. I also get a lot of questions about the gooseneck loose strife that I planted 3 years ago. The patch has filled in. All of this, like these are the goosenecks. See how many there are? There are a lot. So we mow around it to keep it in check. It has not spread outside of this patch. I know a lot of people were concerned because it is considered a little bit invasive, but these have beautiful white blooms on them. I would say in 2 to 3 weeks, and it goes all the way down the row. I have to head to town, but before I leave you guys for the day, I actually had, let's just say, quite a scare this morning. I was bringing stuff out of the garage. The other night we had the other morning, really, we had 35 degrees. So the night before, I moved trays of the warm season annuals into the garage. So I was moving them out this morning to water and just leave them out to get more sunshine today. And little did I know, I got a little bit of a scare. Oh my God. Oh my God. I checked back on the cameras and that fawn had only been there for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes prior, I saw it walking around. We have cameras everywhere around here. It's just something that we decided to do a few years ago when we started to get people pulling into our driveway all the time. And so you could see it's walking by my car, and then it's walking and sniffing like my flowers. And then it made its way into that corner only about 5 minutes before I started opening the garage door and getting the annuals out. So it wasn't sleeping, but we did see a deer last week, newborn though. I don't think it's the same deer because this one was a little bit larger. Scared the bejesus out of me, not gonna lie. That is a blooper that I will be I mean, I probably already watched that video 20 times. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around, and hopefully more content will be coming. I have the second part of the month of May, that crazy month that I just endured at the nursery. We're still kind of enduring the craziness, but I have like the Mother's Day clips and stuff like that to share with you. I'll put those together for later this week. All right, guys, gotta go start the day. We'll see you later. Well, I guess continue the day. It's already been, 3 hours. We'll see you soon. Oh my God.